you see at a macro level, the growth rates have been a little slower than what everyone expected. All the analysts have predicted. But still, we are in the range of 6.5 to 7%. But the expectations were that it will cross 7%. So the government is wanting to push up the growth rates. So it can happen only either you cross your fiscal deficit beyond 4.5 to 4.75, do a lot of government spending, and you kickstart the economy. Because private spending in the last 2-3 years has not picked up at a macro level. So this year, I expect the government to be a little more relaxed on fiscal deficit, and they would spend much more money on capital expenditure in infrastructure, in railways, and in other areas, so that it will help economy grow. That is one thing. Second is to leave a little extra money in the pockets of middle class people, which has been the demand for the last 6 months to 1 year, because we see even the rural demand and the urban demand has slowed down. So they may tinker with income tax rates a bit, because the new income tax code is likely to kick in maybe by middle of 2025. So they may tinker with the income tax rates for people up to 10 to 15 lakhs income, and leave a little extra money in the pockets of middle class people, so that they can spend a lot of money. But if they want to, on a long-term basis, if they want to maintain 7 to 7.5% growth rate, lot of reforms which are pending since so many years, the government has to seriously look into it and start working on them. Infrastructure is bursting at the seams, and unless some real changes come in and big investments take place, we are going to go from bad to worse. Recently there was a study which you are all aware, that Bangalore is the second or third slowest city in terms of urban transport speeds. So unless something is done on a war footing, it will be tough for us to recover from this stage onwards. Like Calcutta was there in 30 years ago. They used to call it as a dying city. I don't think anybody wants to see Bangalore to reach that stage. So central government has some kind of obligation, because huge amount of exports take from Bangalore on software, and most of it goes and benefits the country as such, and the state governments don't get benefited except to the extent of some of the GST collected. So the central government has an obligation to also look into the problems of the state government and allocate extra money through the grant in aids program to Bangalore and Bangalore's infrastructure. The ease of doing business is completely with the state government. Okay. Now, all the areas where relaxations and changes and simplifying the compliances, as far as the central government is concerned, they have been doing regularly, systematically. Maybe either it is income tax, customs duty, or GST for larger businesses. They have made life much more easier for larger businesses. But at the state level, whether you take power, whether you take water, whether you take pollution control clearances, whether you take panchayat taxes, whether you take land allotment, these challenges continue to be there for new businesses and the existing businesses. Certainly, we have moved. We have moved from what the situation was about 15, 20 years ago, but it is still not good enough when you compare to the other neighboring states which are attracting a lot of investment. For an example, in the recently concluded Davos, chief ministers of Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, of course, Mr. Stalin was not there. They were there and they were pushing the agenda for their own state. But unfortunately, our deputy chief minister or chief minister, they are busy at home and they were not able to go there. So how do you expect investments to come to Bangalore if there is no push from the top? So I think the state government should sit down and really think through this, and they must really do something to promote and attract investments into Karnataka, which the other states are doing much better, and the investments from other countries would obviously go to the other states than in Karnataka.